welcome to another edition of the Quick Picks show on bookmakers.com TV. It's myself, Dean Ryan. I'm joined by James Stoddart, Adam Kelly, and Darren Hughes. And we'll have 4 picks from the esteemed panel here this week, including myself, of course, with the host banker. And we'll be straddling the World Cup 22. We'll have some horse racing in the UK and Ireland and a bit of UFC 282. We'll also be checking in with Jim Coventry at rotowire.com for his best pick of the latest round of NFL matches. But for the kickoff, we're going straight over to Darren Hughes for a bit of UK and Irish horse racing.
Yeah, for sure, Dean. We're keeping the fingers crossed they can get the racing ahead this weekend. I know there's adverse weather conditions in the UK and in Ireland for that matter, but let's keep the fingers crossed. And it's going to be a double this week because just having a quick look at the race, and there seems to be a lot of short price valves and a lot of tricky handicaps. So I'm going to take the easy route and just do myself up a double. So we're heading to Cheltenham first of all on Saturday for their December meeting, and it's the Unibet International Hurdle at 225. Basically almost 2 joint favourites in the market here in Epatante, and I like to move it, and I'm going to side with the classy mare. Epatante, look, she was obviously put in her place by Constitution Hill in the fight in 5th up in Newcastle a couple of weeks back, but I think she still has a fairly considerable class edge over the likes of I Like to Move It, who is an admirable horse and an improver, but like at the end of the day, he won a handicap the last day. He's still probably £10 shy when you take her weight allowance into account. So 11 to 8, I think that should be pretty straightforward, or plus 140 for our American cousins. Heading to Punchestown, then only up the road from me on Sunday for their big one at the start of the season, the John Durkin Memorial Chase, and won by such luminaries as Allaho in the last couple of years, and I think Min might have won a couple of them as well. So taking Gallopin des Champs in this 4-9 is a short price. He was kind of the star novice chaser overstaying trips last season. He looks to be Willie Mullins' Gold Cup horse this year. We'll see if that comes to pass, but this doesn't look the altogether best renewal of this race. 4-9, I think, is an accurate representation of his chance to win the race. So a double with the pair of them off the top of my head pays a bit better than 5-2. So let's hope the pair of them can get the business done this weekend.
Okay, going for the 2 class acts that are Epatante and Gallopin des Champs. Of course, they'll all have Cheltenham ideals come March time, 1 at Cheltenham and 1 at Punchestown. Now we're going to flip codes. We're going to go to a bit of UFC. It's UFC 282 this weekend, Adam.
Yeah, Dean, off to sunnier climes of Las Vegas. There's a huge UFC card this Saturday. The undercard is a really fascinating fight between Jared Gordon and Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, as he's known. For anyone who doesn't know him, they soon will. He's a really polarizing figure. People will tune in cheering him on because they want him to win. Similarly, people will tune in because they cannot stand him and they want to see him getting knocked out. He's had 3 fights in the UFC. He's won all 3 of them. All 3 of them resulted in a performance of the night bonus for him. All 3 of them were stoppages. His opponent, Jared Gordon, his last 10 fights, he's won 6. All of them were by decision. He's lost 4. All of them, he was stopped. This is Paddy Pimblett's UFC pay-per-view debut, so he's going to be keen to make a huge impact. He's even money to win the fight with a stoppage, and it looks like a great bet.
Okay, Paddy the Baddy to come good Saturday night. Well, to continue his good run in UFC 282 in Las Vegas. Thank you very much, Adam. Okay, we're going to stick with the stateside action, and it's time for some NFL from Jim Coventry at rotowire.com.
I am taking under 43.5 points in the New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills in Week 14. Both of these teams are top 4 in pressure rate per Pro Football Focus. They both are top 10 in pass coverage, and neither of these teams really wants to run the football, but the Bills are equipped to be able to stop enough of the run game. Mike White has played reasonably well, but he had an enormously easy matchup against the Bears and a very favorable matchup against the Vikings. This will be a tough matchup. He will struggle in this game. Josh Allen has not been playing at a high level since hurting his elbow a few weeks ago. In this game, this is going to be a very solid defensive battle. I don't think it necessarily comes close to the 43 points, and I could easily see this game ending up 19-17 in favor of the Buffalo Bills.
Welcome back to the Quick Pick Show here at bookmakers.com TV. Our thanks to Jim Coventry there from rotowire.com for the NFL action. Now, let's turn our attentions to the World Cup we're into the serious stage of it, of course. It's knockout football all the way. After the last 16s, now it's time for the quarterfinals. And James Stoddart is up first with one of the bets from the France v England game.
Yeah, France-England on the evening game on Saturday. And Kyle Walker's got the toughest job out of everyone on the pitch, keeping the current player of the tournament in check. Mbappe's putting up some good numbers so far this tournament. He didn't even play much in the third group game, but he still has the most completed dribbles, most touches in the box, and of course most goals in the tournament so far. So just keeping that in mind, he's going to give Walker a tough time. I thought Senegal as well, first half, the most dangerous they looked was down their left and England's right. I thought they had a bit of joy down there. Walker was in trouble a couple of times with both Sarr and Dia, giving him a bit of trouble with their pace. We're seeing it. Man City, the way they deploy Walker, using his main asset, which is recovery pace. But if there's any player in world football that's going to nullify that, it's Mbappe. I think he's probably one of the few players that if he's got a yard, Walker's not getting back on without doing something. He's going to be in a position, so at some point in the game, where he's going to have to foul him. It's just how many times is he put in that position, and how much danger is he in when he's put in that position? Is he last man? Is it a covering defender? I think it's 7-2 plus 350. There's a really good chance that he's going to put himself in a position where he has to make a choice of taking a booking or not. And I think at that point in the tournament, you're going to, with no cards already for him, he's probably going to do it. So I think 7-2 for Kyle Walker to get booked is a great bet.
Yeah, the intriguing matchup of that France v England game is Kyle Walker against Kylian Mbappe. And him ending up in the book at 7-2 or plus 350 does sound like a sensible way to go. Thank you, James. My host banker this week, after another winner last week, thanks to England's comfortable victory over Senegal, is in the Netherlands against Argentina game. This is on Friday, 7 p.m. UK time. Two pretty defensive teams in my book, and I also feel they're a little bit of a one-man side on both counts. Lionel Messi, obviously, leading the charge for Argentina. If he doesn't perform, Argentina won't perform, and the rest of their players have been pretty disappointing when you consider the form of Lautaro Martinez and some others in that side. So if Messi fires, imagine Argentina might get a goal. But the Netherlands team, set up by Louis van Gaal, super defensive. They know exactly what they're coming for, and that's to stifle opposition and hope they get something out of Gakpo and, of course, Memphis Depay. I think this will be a low-scoring game. I actually think it has penalties written all over it, but low scoring is almost a guarantee, I think, here. And with under 2.5 goals trading at 4-7 or minus 175, that's where I'll be going. Low scoring, probably penalties, but we love all that drama in the World Cup. You've been watching the bookmakers.com TV Quick Picks show this week. All the bets from this week are on your screen. Best of luck if you get involved, and we'll be back next week.